Howdy people, welcome to another video on the channel. Today I am presenting to you 5 players that Forest need to sign this summer. I am going to waste no time in getting straight into it. I've done a lot of preparation for this, so please like and subscribe. And if you want more stuff from me, my link tree is in my banner, and all my social medias are linked below. So yeah, without further ado, let's go. So obviously it's no doubt Forest do want to improve on the 16th place finish where we finished last year, coming pretty close to the drop. But then again, we were newly promoted side, so realistically it should have been expected. There's quite a lot we need to improve on as a whole. Defensively we were very naff despite having some actually pretty decent defenders. In the midfield it was very inconsistent. There was only 3 players that were consistent for the entirety of the season, and we signed a lot of deadwood that we really should be looking to get rid of, especially in the midfield department. I'm looking at you, John Joe Shelby. But in terms of the defence now, I'm going to start with defence, and the player that I've suggested is a left back, but it's not who you're thinking of. Robin Gosens. Probably butchered his surname, so apologies, but you probably recognise him from the Euros. He's a German international. I've not put Brennan Loddy because I didn't really want to make it too boring and just say sign the loan players back. This is a case of if we can't get Loddy, which I've seen contrasting reports saying we could get him, others saying not. So obviously Loddy is my first choice in terms of left back, but Gosens I think is an adequate backup option if we can't get Loddy. He's a 28-year-old left back, so he's a little bit older than Loddy. He's currently playing out in Italy for Inter Milan. As I said, he's German, and he would be an adequate replacement if we cannot sign Loddy on a permanent deal. He's more than good enough to replace him. He's played 49 games for Inter Milan, so he's got the capabilities to stay fit for an entire season. Played in the Champions League, played pretty much every game he could have played last season. He also has scored 4 goals as well. He does play slightly further forwards though than what we usually play with. He plays a sort of a left wing back, a left midfield sort of role, whereas if he signs for us, he'll be utilised more as a straight out left back or a left wing back if we decide to do the 5 at the back. So obviously the safer option is to go for Loddy because he would know the system better, even though I do hope we do develop the system, because it was really dribble watching us sometimes. It wasn't nice watching us sometimes. So I do hope we develop the system to be a little bit more offensive. However, with his vast experience comes the ability to play for the big occasion. Played in the Champions League, as I said, and he's played countless times for Inter Milan. He played under some top quality managers, i.e. Antonio Conte, etc. So he will be fantastic to bring in. Don't think it'll cost too much. I couldn't find the price range. I'm not going to say, I don't think it'll be more than 15 million. So I'm going to say within the region of 10 to 15 million quid. But yeah, if we can't get Loddy should be the first choice, but Gosens is in case we can't get him. I wanted just to make the video not
sign Loddy, sign the players. I wanted
to be a little bit different. But yeah, Robin Gosens would be an absolutely brilliant addition. He's played at the top level for so long. You know, he can stand up to the big occasion. German international, played at international level against some of the best players in the world. Played in the Champions League, also against some of the best players in the world. And it would just be a really good addition. Next up, now I know I said I didn't really want to just say sign low players back, but this one has to be the most important. Dean Henderson is who it is. He is a more important signing for me than Loddy, because I think there is other good quality left backs compared to good quality goalkeepers out there for sale. Dean Henderson, obviously goalkeeper, 24 years of age, he's currently at Man United, and I'll say England international. He's got like 1 cap, I swear, but still, he's an England international nonetheless. He made his case throughout the first half of the season. Overall shot stopping is good standard. He's decent with his feet, although his distribution does have some flaws in still. However, he has far more pros than cons. Penalty saving is like nothing I've ever seen before. It is brilliant, and it's stupid how he saved penalties. Goalkeepers should not save penalties. A penalty is also seen as almost a free goal. If you've got the bottle to step up and take it, it's almost seen as a free goal. And to save Harry Kane, he was on like a 16 penalty scoring conversion rate or something at that time. He's just fantastic. He quite clearly is very passionate, which is something that you do want from your players. And there is no reason why we should not sign him. And Man United, I was getting a little bit concerned about a week ago that they might keep him because De Gea was going, because I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not being biased. He is twice the keeper De Gea is in the modern game. He can at least pass the ball a bit with his feet, whereas De Gea, he's good at the overall just shot stopping, but realistically every keeper's got to be good at that. But other than that, there are so many flaws to De Gea's game in the modern era, whereas there is fewer flaws to Henderson's game. But I think Henderson wanted some demands or something, and as I said in my transfer video, it's up there in the annotations. Yeah, it's up there somewhere. Go and check it out. Dean Henderson, quote unquote, pissed Eric Ten Hag off. So yeah, he quite clearly does not want to be there, and that interview he did last year really just shows he doesn't want to be there. Don't keep him, and we could probably get him at a cut price. His value really for me is in between 25 and 30 million quid, but I think United will let him go for 15, and if we were really tight, then we could probably negotiate and probably get him for just under that. But 15 million for a goalkeeper of Henderson's calibre is absolutely ridiculous. It is mental that we can get somebody, a homegrown player as well, for 15 million quid. Just to put that into context, that's pretty much how much we signed João Carvalho for, and he had half a good season. As much as I love Carvalho, and I think he was overhated, still, that is mental. And he's also come out, I've seen reports suggesting that he wants to become a club legend. Don't quote me on that, I just saw it in reports. He wants to become a club legend at Forest, so that's a good attitude to have. You have those high aspirations, and obviously it's abundantly clear that he wants to break into the England squad, so get him in. Just get the deal done as soon as possible, because goalkeeper, it's not something you want to be panic buying about. As I said in the intro though, Forest defence was a little bit shaky. Despite having some very good defenders like Moussa Niakate and Felipe, we still had flaws in our defence. And now this player is probably was one of the best defenders in the Championship last year, and Norwich are looking to sell him. I think you most likely will know who. I'm not too sure how to pronounce his name, so here you go.
Andrew Alvo-Bamadil.
Yeah, apparently that's his name. And I'm just going to refer to him as Andrew. I'm not on that sort of level with him, but yeah, he's a centre half. He's about 21 years of age, I'm pretty sure, at Norwich, and has been fantastic. I've watched some clips of him. Obviously, it's not probably the best source of information to have is watching some compilations on YouTube. However, he looks very calm and composed on the ball. Obviously, I know the Championship is a different standard to the Premier League, but still, he looks very calm and composed on the ball. He looks like a threat from set play situations, both defending them and attacking them. He looks like, I don't want to disrespect him, but he looks like a better version of Tyrone Mings. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just the height, but he's very composed on the ball. He's got a very good passing range. He looks like he reads the game well, which you want from your defenders because they are back most of the time. He also is an Irish international. He's made 6 caps for the Irish first team, as well as multiple for the under-21s and the under-17s. And let's not forget, he's not even 24, 25 yet. So he's quality. However, there is a stumbling block. No, there's 2 stumbling blocks. There are 2 other clubs interested: Sheffield United and Crystal Palace. I don't think Sheffield United are even remotely serious, because apparently, reportedly, their entire budget is like 20 million quid, and they're not going to blow that on one player, especially when you're newly promoted. That is just stupid to do from a business perspective. But the main competition we will have is Crystal Palace, because reportedly Mark Guehi might leave the club, and they're looking for someone to replace them. So they will be the main competitors. I severely doubt Norwich will get 20 million for him. I don't think they'll get any less than 15. So we're going to have to prepare 15 million if we seriously want him. However, in terms of the bodies we've got in defence, we're not light, but something needs to change in the defence because we were very mid. However, if we do want to play a 3 or 5 at the back going forwards, we will probably need another centre-half option. And I think he will be a great signing. It's only the price tag that's a slight stumbling block. Moving on to the next player is Tyler Adams. Now, I mentioned this in my transfer video. If you want more detailed look into him, it's obviously up in the eye thing in the corner. Feel free to check it out. But the central midfielder, 24 years of age, been Leeds' best player this season. I mean, the bar was pretty low, but he was Leeds' best player. His passing range is fantastic, especially if we want to play with more possession next season. He will be crucial to that. He just looks like a better player he's a better version of Remo Freuler in a sense that Freuler's supposedly got a good passing range. That's debatable, but even when Leeds don't have the ball, Adams has got good tackling ability. I've watched a few compilations, but I have watched a couple of Leeds games, so I have a rough understanding of what Tyler Adams brings to the team. He's American international. I'm pretty sure he played every single game at the World Cup, so he's got that ability to play at a big game at a good level. I mean, averages 57 passes per game, and he's got an 80% pass success rate, so he's very good at controlling the ball, and we probably want that because we don't really have someone that can control the ball in a successful way. We supposedly got that in Freuler, but I'm just gonna emphasise the successful, because Freuler, it's not worked. I would happily send it back to Italy. However, Adams would just add so much to this team. Once again, though, the stumbling block is Brighton are interested, and I'm going to put my bias to the side. Brighton are a more attractive club to join. A team that finished 6th or 16th. However, Leeds' valuation is about 30 to 40 million, although he's probably worth maybe about 15 in terms of, like I said, with Brennan Johnson to us. To the club, he is worth like 30 or 40. In the grand scheme of things, 15 million is probably what he's worth. But they're not going to sell him for any less than 30, really. So, yeah, we're going to need to put in quite a high bid to even compete with Brighton as well. The next and final player is Batista Mendy now. You might not have heard of him. I mean, he's been in a few Forest transfer rumour reports, so you might have. But he is also a central midfielder, mainly slightly more defensive, though, than Tyler Adams. He's 23 years old. He's currently playing out in France. He's also French, playing for Angers over in Ligue 1. I don't know much about him, so I have had to do quite a good deal of research in terms of what sort of player he is. He looks like a deep-lying playmaker for those Football Manager players out there. A deep-lying playmaker, sits back, watches the game, very, very good passing range, very good at tackling as well, breaking play up, which I think is something that we want because Yates and Danilo are very good sort of box-to-box players. Mangala's got sort of similar traits to that, but I wouldn't say like he's perfect, although Mangala has been very, very good. I still definitely want to keep him. But Mendy just has that different attributes and that different type of player that we don't already have, which is what you want. And I think it'll be a good signing. Not too sure on the fee though. I don't think they would want much more than 10 or 15 million pounds. So I think we could definitely get him, and I don't think there's really many other English clubs interested. Obviously, the Premier League is a very attractive league, so if there is no other Premier League clubs interested, then we've got a very, very good chance of getting him, and he'll just add a different dynamic to the club and something that we don't already have, which will be very, very crucial in us kicking on and trying to improve on this current season. However, that is all 5 players that I think we should sign. Realistically, I don't think we'll sign all of them, but it's just something to get out there. Let me know in the comment section down below if there's some players that you think we should sign that I haven't mentioned in this video. Welcome down there. Audience interaction, everyone. But yeah, if you want more from me, my social medias are linked in the description. My link tree is in my YouTube banner if you're watching this on a desktop. But yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and if you never want to miss a video, turn on the notifications bell. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.